Juliette Ashby is a British Billboard charted artist and songwriter, also known for her part in the most seen worldwide Oscar-winning documentary, Amy. And she's with us here today. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great today, yeah. Now, your latest release, your latest song is called Why. Can you just describe the basic idea of that song and the style of it for us?
Yeah, sure. So, basically, "Why" is a reggae track, and it came about. Two of my fantastic producers in Sweden, Roots in a Jar, they produced the song, and when we did the song, it was we thought it'd be a good idea to collaborate with a few of my friends from around the globe, some other artists. Being in the situation that we've been in for the last, I don't know how long, a year or so, for us, and we're not able to perform together and collaborate. So this is a great way to collaborate together with other artists.
Yeah, and how has it all worked? Because I take it, perhaps if you had to record all your stuff apart and work on it online rather than meeting up in places?
Yes, no, for me, I mean, it's obviously the energy is insane when you're together with another artist. It's a lot more fun. But it's still energy. It's still amazing working with artists that I love. And yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
make it work. We make it work.
Yeah, for sure. And the kind of lyrical style of it, do you think it has a particular theme that goes with it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, normally I write about my own experiences.
Yeah.
When I write music, I write from my own life experiences. This particular song was a situation that I was observing, and and it just kind of is just basically really about partners when they're together and needing space, because everyone needs space, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the lyrical content came from. And there's normally in a relationship one person that's more stubborn than the other. So when I'm saying, why do you want to fight with me every time? It's basically like, why don't we just squash it? And there's always the one that likes to hold a grudge.
Yeah. And I suppose with relationships, it's been harder to find space this last year if you live together.
Yeah. yeah. Yeah, for sure. Maybe, the other room or
Yeah. It's a
the
bit
front
far for you to
door
go.
or, yeah, the doorstep or wherever you
The
need to
West
go.
Wing, depending on how big your house is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Going right back to the start in your childhood, how did you first get into music?
When I was about 8 years, I've always been into music. I grew up in a household full of music, and when I was around, we can't pinpoint the time. I think it was probably around 9 or 10. A fantastic producer, a friend of my mum's. His name was Alan Glass, an American producer and writer. We were very, very lucky. He knew that I was talented. He knew my best friend was talented and said, would you guys like to come into the studio? Because we were in a rap duo together called Sweet and Sour. So we went into the studio and we started recording. And from then on, I continued to record. I was constantly writing my own songs, so I continued to be able to record with Alan Glass all my material, and he helped me structure my songs into how songs are delivered. And so, yeah, I've basically spent my whole life in recording studios.
Wow, that's quite
Yeah.
incredible. So then, from when you first started recording stuff, how did you kind of pursue it professionally?
I'm trying to think back. I mean, like I said, I've always been amongst people in the industry. My first real opportunity, again, the age of me, I don't really remember, but I was a teenager. I managed to get a very good music lawyer, and his name is Aleks Syntek, and he put me in contact. He managed to get me a very good opportunity writing and performing a theme song for a children's TV program on CBBC, which is a big channel in the UK. And that alone paid my rent for the year.
Wow.
I was sort of like, I think I was about 18, 17, 18. And that was my first opportunity of going, oh, okay, it's not just about performing, it's about writing music. You know, I write music. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So that was my first big opportunity as a songwriter, which then led to many more different syncs and placements in film and TV and stuff like that, which is my passion.
Yeah, it's great when you're really young to get a decent amount of money. I guess it's something that's quite uncommon, particularly in the gig industry.
Yes, for sure. 100%, which is why I always say to other musicians, singers, write music for yourself and for other artists and for other projects. Don't be precious just over wanting to be an artist, because the money's in the songwriting.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, the money's in the writing, and that you can do for the rest of your life, and you can be wherever in the world, and it's a wonderful job.
For sure. And what do you feel your writing process is like? Do you have things that you do to help you focus on a song?
No, not really. I mean, for me, if I'm writing for myself as an artist, I can't force that. That normally happens when I'm writing about something that is important to me, whether it be really sad, really happy, about heart, you know, so just something that I need to get off my chest.
Yeah.
So that's why I say all my music as an artist myself, all my albums are written about my own experiences.
Yeah.
But when writing for other projects, for me, I don't really have to get into a zone. I just find out what I got, you know, what's the project, what am I writing about, who is the artist, or what is the film, or what is the script, and then let's go. And then it just happens, it starts flowing. So yeah.
And when you're not making music, do you have exciting things that you get up to in your spare time?
To be honest, I wouldn't say, I mean, it depends what you classify as exciting. I love traveling, which obviously I haven't been able to do. So I normally tie in my work and traveling together. So, and that's been frustrating. For me, it's just about, if I'm honest with you, being with my loved ones and enjoying life experiences.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do when I'm not writing, live.
Yes,
an experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in the not too distant future, do you think you'll have more songs and albums on the way for us?
Definitely. I've been quietly concentrating on the songwriting side of my life, which has been great in this lockdown period, where I haven't been able to perform. But yes, I've got some very exciting projects that have been created and are ready to share. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today, and just let us know exactly where we can listen to your latest song, Why, and all the stuff that you've released in the past as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Toby. My music is all online on my website, julietteashby.com, on Instagram, Juliette Ashby, on Spotify, and everywhere else that you can search for music.
Great. Have a great rest of your afternoon then.
Thank you, Toby. You too. Take care.